All right, ladies and gentlemen, fifth time is a charm. Oh boy, Wednesday. All right, so I did invite Dr. Bob in, and we'll see when he hops in. We'll get him in here, have some fun on a Wednesday, find out about laughter and why we should be bringing it into our daily life, especially right now when we've been trying to go live for a little bit and Facebook is just like bam, bam, bam. So big shout out to Michael who's in here, Sophie who's in here, and Lacey who's in here. Just waiting for Dr. Bob to pop in and get this interview started. There he is. All right. And all right, I see you, Dr. Bob. And I did tag you in there. And I'm trying to add you, but for whatever reason, your name's not coming up. I'm telling you, this Zuckerberger, he's killing me. Now help me out here. So when I'm pressing add a friend, which I did do, there's not even an option to add you, Bob. Because I did add you already. All right, folks, it is a happy Wednesday. Having a few technical difficulties before, and we're trying to get those things sorted out. Bob, are you still in here? Somebody tell me a joke or something. Oh, goodness. So what'd you guys get for Christmas? Anything good? Why is that doing that? I'm telling you, I don't get it. Lacey worked the whole time. Lacey, you're from Australia, right? Bob, I'm trying to add you in, and there's not even an option for that. Like you're in the Matrix or something like that. Brisbane. What time is it over there? You're like 13 hours ahead of me, I believe. Oh, yeah, Bob, you do have to go on your phone. I'm sorry. Yeah, you definitely have to go on your phone. "10:55 a.m. Well, good morning to you." We're getting there, Sophie. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's gonna be awesome. Here in Pennsylvania, it is 8:50. No, yes, 7:55. So you are 4 plus 10, 14 hours ahead.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is great. Oh, okay.
How are you?
I'm doing great. So, and we're both
And
bald,
it's
so this is great. This worked out perfect.
it
It
does, doesn't
does.
it?
I'm not as good
So,
looking as Sophie. That's the issue here. So,
while I don't think if you added both of our good looks together, we would.
oh,
Let me just breathe easier real quick. Woosah, woosah, woosah. So, first off, I want to thank you,
you're
Bob,
welcome.
for joining me, for saving me from the depths of hardship and technical difficulties here in Facebook world. I do appreciate it.
It happens.
And it works out because you are co-founder with Sophie, so at
Absolutely,
least we're
yes.
kind of staying in the ballpark. It's not like you guys do something completely different, and you guys work together. You co-founded the Laughter Mindset. Now, I did my very best, real quick, to jot down a couple things. So if I forget anything, please chime right
Got it.
in. And once again, it's an honor to finally connect with you here,
Yes,
live and direct on Facebook. I do appreciate
you're
it,
welcome.
and I'm hoping that today is the first of many good conversations that we're going to
Absolutely.
have. So
Yes, we'll definitely do that.
definitely. So real quick, let me introduce you. Dr. Bob Choat is my honored guest
Thank
today
you.
for the second time. And I know that you have a PhD in neuroscience
Actually,
psychology.
it's a PhD in
Oh,
psychology. I did a postdoc in neuroscience.
okay.
Almost the
So
same thing. Yeah,
already, you know. Um,
yeah.
You're the co-founder of the Laughter
Yes,
Mindset. You're known as the Transformational Grandmaster. You're also America's #1 mind and body transformation expert. Is that
yes.
correct? So I got
You
that
got
right.
that right.
I know that you're a martial artist. You have a fifth Dan in what did I read?
In
Kenpo, right?
Kenpo, also a senior instructor in Jeet Kune Do, which is Bruce Lee's system, senior instructor in Filipino Kali, and
Mm-hmm.
master instructor in close quarter combat. I spent a number of years in the Marine Corps and Force Recon, so doing
Okay.
that kind of good stuff. In the LAPD, I did that for about 5 years, and just a lot of that background, the hardcore kind of
Okay.
stuff.
Right on. And now you're all about the mind and the
The mind and the
body.
body, yes, coming together, and
Mhm.
we're with the Laughter Mindset program. And I heard earlier Sophie talked about how it was all created when you guys got in that
Mhm.
conversation. The laughter is a great mind body combining, really powerful, really
Mhm.
powerful.
So real quick, and it's actually living proof of why we need to incorporate laughter
Yes.
into our day-to-day life, whether you're a career professional,
Yes.
whether you're an entrepreneur, whoever you are. And I mean, we experienced this firsthand today, because what happens when life
Stuff
happens?
goes, yeah,
You're
stuff
looking.
happens.
I mean, I wanted to start this episode at 7 o'clock, and it was just technical difficulty after technical difficulty. And I mean, I wish I could have ripped my hair out, but that happened long
That happened
ago.
long ago. Yeah,
And
same here. So
luckily, we're all good natured, and we're laughing and having a good time, and it doesn't matter how many things got thrown in the gears, and we're here, we're ready to rock and roll, ready to learn something from you. And along the way, we laughed about it, because we all know that stuff happens, and what are you going to do?
yes. Yes.
So real quick, for those that missed it, tell us a little bit about the laughter mindset,
Sure.
why it's important, and then we can dive right into the content of our discussion this evening.
Well, see, the laughter mindset was created during the time that I was coaching Sophie. And this happened almost a year ago. It was about 11 months ago. So I was in the midst of coaching her. And we started talking about laughter as part of everyday life, like what we're doing now. And found out that Sophie was a laughter yoga instructor. And she found out that I had been certified as a laughter facilitator. And then things happened. It just burst out. We started laughing, giggle here, giggle there, and just kept going, and building up. And we just kept going for over an hour. It was crazy. It was crazy. And then Sophie, in essence, and I'm just going to paraphrase, she says, we have to stop this. We need a change in mindset. And then I said a laughter mindset. And then I ended up like the laughter mindset, and I drew a little cartoon of it, and the laughter mindset program was born. It was really needed as we started thinking about what was happening in a world, from business to politics to everyday life. Laughter is a very, very powerful tool, along with the growth mindset. The thing about laughter, it helps to open up people, really open them up. So let's say, as an entrepreneur, and if you're stuck, laughter really helps to open up that entrepreneur's mind to maybe new ideas. If let's say they're going through a problem, but the problem is that most people operate at a superficial level when it comes to problems, and not at a higher level. So if they're trying to solve a problem, they're trying to solve the symptom or whatever like that. Whereas it's really the foundational area that they have to be able to solve to create new ideas, or anything that they're doing, or even in their business, if they're trying to scale the business up. Well, their mind's going to be closed to stress, to everyday stuff. So you start laughing and get yourself going, and having your diaphragm massage your whole body, having that vibration going, and you start laughing and laughing and laughing, and really opens up quite a bit. Now, do you laugh?
No, not at all.
I know the other day you probably had a woohoo being on a Thrive Global, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Definitely, and I mean, it's interesting, because I'm so glad that I connected with, I connected with Sophie a couple weeks ago, and then from there I know that you sent me a friend request, and the whole idea of laughter mindset really resonated with me, because I was always that guy that people said, "Why are you smiling all the time? Like, why are you laughing? Like, what is going on?" Because I agree with you. This is something that we all need. And, sometimes I'm just telling jokes inside my head, or replaying like funny movies, or, something that I have my clients do when they're in that depressed state is just come up with some character voices. Like, what's that negative self-talk that you have? Well, put it in like Donald Duck's voice, because it's really not going to be that negative anymore if you're hearing Donald Duck's voice.
Yes.
And that's just like a silly example, and I use that more for like teenagers and younger children, but still, adults can do that too, because if you're hearing Donald Duck's voice, it's actually a pretty funny thing, and it serves as a really great state break too. I'm sure you do this with your clients, is if you're in that funk and you're in that problem, just laughing totally just shakes everything up, and you're like, wait a second, it's really not that bad, I guess. Do
you remember the movie The Water Boy?
Wait, the one with Adam Sandler.
With Adam Sandler and with what's his face, Henry Winkler, who played his coach, that football coach, who was terrified of the other coach. Okay. So the suggestion was made by Adam Sandler's character was to think about the coach as a little googly, kind of like little baby kind of thing, instead of this terrifying monster and everything. And it shifted his mind. And that's what laughter does. Laughter helps us shift your mind. And then, again, I talked about being open. And if you're an entrepreneur, you're working with other people, and if you're not seeing their ideas, shift it with some laughter. Create bonding. Very, very powerful. Very powerful in so many different ways. And I've been doing this as an entrepreneur. I've been a serial entrepreneur for a long, long time. And I really have to bring laughter into my mind a lot. When I'm dealing with issues or trying to come up with new ideas. And so the laughter mindset was a perfect idea that came out of laughter. And yeah, so I suggest doing laughter all the time, as well as the health benefits.
Sure. Well, yeah. I hear there's a couple.
Oh, yeah.
That's just what I heard.
Quite a bit.
I read it somewhere.
Yes, and then you can get drunk off the laughter cocktail, too. That's a really powerful, oh, my goodness. Have a little sip of that, and oh, my gosh, you got those beta endorphins and the dopamine and the serotonin and the oxytocin just mixing together, mingling around. You get happy and laughing and a powerful high.
So when I proposed this idea to Sophie, the running title was, 3 reasons that every entrepreneur should use laughter in their business and incorporate it into their daily practice. And I know that you've already listed a few of them. And I'm curious, like, what do you have for us, Dr. Bob?
Sure.
Like, what are some really great reasons why entrepreneurs or high achievers that are watching this right now, what are some really great reasons that people should incorporate laughter into their daily life? And then we can even talk about some benefits. Or if
I'm going to tell you probably the number one reason that I think, especially entrepreneurs, but this works with salespeople, because entrepreneurs are number one salespeople. They're trying to sell their service or the products and everything like that. And laughter, especially when you're in a deal making, if you're trying to get investors or if you're working like with potential clients, if you can create an atmosphere of laughter at that point in time, it opens it up. Again, I talked earlier about opening up, but laughter also helps to create enthusiasm. Sophie is a great salesperson. She is like, she sells what I do all the time. She sells other people all the time. And she uses laughter. She opens it up. I've seen it like time and again. Laughter is a great way of doing that. So you combine laughter with smiling, and people naturally will be more attracted to you when you smile. They'll trust you more, really powerful trust. And they'll be enriched with enthusiasm. Another part within that is that as you're creating the bonding, laughter helps to release dopamine. So dopamine, we know, is useful in creating habits, but also in anchoring. So as you're doing that, you can anchor in whatever product or service that you're doing. The person's already opened up to it, and they're going to love it. That's the reason the best salespeople are really just really laughing and getting out of the complete seriousness. Yes, you have to be serious sometimes, but the thing is, if you're too serious all the time, it's going to actually turn people off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you probably use it quite a bit, right? When you're engaged with your clients and everybody else, or even a prospect.
Right. Yeah. And look down there. I don't know if you know Matthew. He's a great salesperson too, and I know that he's always smiling. And right as you said it, he popped in. So I'm like, oh, that's like this little synchronicity going on. The universe is just throwing people into the conversation. But I definitely agree. And you're absolutely right. You know, just having that smile and showing those pearly whites, it makes us more attractive to the other. And we're attracted to those people because we want to be around people that are happy and they're smiling. And those are the people that we gravitate towards, as opposed to the lump on the log or the person or the big scowl on their face. And that, you're absolutely right. So I'm glad that was number one.
Yeah, I will do that time and time again. The second thing is, and I think it's really important, especially for entrepreneurs, because we get caught up in a lot of stress and anxiety, and as an entrepreneur, you don't know if what you're trying to sell is going to work or not, and a lot of times you're under stress on the financial end or everything like that. So laughter helps to reduce the stress by a lot. And our adrenal glands may be shot, our health will drop down. I can attest to that. When I was running my advertising and marketing firm back in the 90s, oh my goodness, I was working a lot of hours under a lot of stress. I was probably the unhealthiest I've ever been in my whole life, was during that period of time. And had I known what I know now about laughter, I would have used it quite a bit. It's much better than going to see a therapist or anything like that. It's like instant therapy, and you're getting the right drugs into your body that's really, really, really healthy. You start laughing if you're seeing that maybe something's not working. And then you go down into a deep pit if you keep focusing on that. So you get those thoughts, and it's like your worst enemy sitting on your shoulder and talking in your ear, said, "Oh, you're stupid. You made this mistake." That kind of stuff. Now, what happens is you start laughing and you go, "You silly, get off my shoulder." And then you break state and you shift. And now you can open up and say, okay, now I can get engaged back into where I need to do and become more positive. So that's a really, really powerful way to go. Yeah. And yeah.
Awesome.
So
no.
Yeah, and then the third way is, if you're an entrepreneur and you're working with other people and you're doing team engagement and everything like that, again, we do need to get serious, but we can get serious with laughter, because laughter is a great bonding tool. Great bonding.
Sure. And
I learned this a long time ago when I was in the Marine Corps. Even in the midst of combat and everything like that, and then even the LAPD and afterwards, we would engage together in working as a unit, especially when I was in Force Recon. We would laugh together, and that really helped to dissipate the stress of it. But we bonded as a team, and that was really, really powerful by laughing. Laughing really helped to create a stronger bond than anything. And we see this in families as well. We see it in other kinds of relationships. When they're yelling at each other and everything like that, it repels. But laughter, even if you disagree, when you create laughter, now you start to see other people's points of view, but people get closer with that. And that's really powerful. So as an entrepreneur, we really need that. If you have a business partner, you absolutely need to laugh together. Again, get serious, but you need to laugh too during the midst of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And that's what we do.
Do you have anything?
And that's what we do with the laughter mindset. We create a program that helps people to be able to shift their state. And if they're an organization that needs laughter, what we do, we come in there with our program and take them through, whether it's 2 hours or 4 hours, however long they want. We will engage it with a lot of different tools, from laughter to growth mindset to NLP to other tools, other modalities that they can use instantly to be able to shift their state. And I just absolutely love this program. Along with we have another extension of that, which is a 12-week program called the MetaShift program, and that's really taking it to a much higher level in terms of mindset. The laughter is a foundation to everything.
That's awesome. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much. What can you tell us? I know you guys have a lot of stuff going on. So if people want to get in touch with you, whether it's for corporate speaking, coaching programs, things like that. I know that you also have a couple podcasts and video series as well. I know that you're a tech guy. You helped me out with some of the technical issues that we're having here in the Facebook world. So give us a little bit about how people can get in touch with you. And I copy and pasted the info that you sent earlier. So if there's any links that I need to add later on, that I'll go back into it and add them. But tell us how we can find you. What can we look forward to? And give yourself some shine time right now with what it is that you're doing, Bob.
Yes. So they can reach me and Sophie through the laughtermindset.com website. And also on Facebook, you can join our Laughter Mindset group. And we also have the Wisdom Cafe group. And I know and I think you're a member of both groups as well. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to suggest people to really join the Laughter Mindset. We're going to, we have a lot of stuff going on there. We have a Facebook Live that we do on a regular basis. Same thing with Wisdom Cafe. And we have people that contribute a lot of laughs. That's the goal of the Laughter Mindset, is to create laughs. Whatever jokes people want to come in and contribute, we really want people to contribute their sense of humor or anything that they've seen, and to really help people. And same thing with Wisdom Cafe, to rise at a higher level. And Sophie Nubani, she's the queen of laughter and wisdom, so it's perfect meld with both of those. And and as far as myself, bobchoat.com, people can go there, and I have also linked to the Laughter Mindset as well, and everything else that I'm doing beyond what me and Sophie are doing together. Except a lot of my transitions are moving towards there, and and I'll engage people in terms of really increasing their mindset, or teach them whether they're running a business, to help their business to become more successful, to be able to shift, to help to grow there. And I bring my background, including in martial arts, because I've been doing the martial arts since I was 18 months old. And I've been, so for a long time, well over 6 decades in the martial arts. Yeah. So.
Wow, I would not have thought that. Yeah. Not your experience, but looking at you, I would not have given you that number.
You mean
awesome.
My number, that in 3 years I'm going to be like hitting that other mark, that other 70 mark?
Oh, no way.
Yes way.
You're kidding.
No way. Yes way. No, I'm not kidding, but yeah.
Wow.
Well, let's just say I went in the Marine Corps at the age of 17 this year, 50 years ago.
No kidding. It must be the laughter.
It's the laughter, yes. It's a laughter.
It has to
But
be.
I tell people to challenge yourself in mind and body, to have a purpose, to continue going after it. Don't ever think about that retirement work. That, to me, I just throw that out, and I get into laughter, having this great purpose to help make a difference. And then I laugh at my mistakes, and especially I remember in 2013 I had a parkour fail. You know what parkour is?
Yes. I've never had the opportunity to do it, but I know about it. I watched the videos, and it looks pretty badass.
Yes.
So tell me about
I had a parkour fail. So I was on doing a rail-to-rail jump. I was on top of one rail. So it's about balancing on a rail, then jumping off. But I was talking to my best friend, and so I teach focus. So I was unfocused. In parkour, you really have to be focused all the way through. You have to be really, it's like mindfulness in motion. And so I was standing on right here, and I was looking, not looking to the rail. I ended up jumping on top of it, had my trailing foot caught on the rail, went all the way down, and did a face plant in the concrete. My nose went sideways and everything like that. And I saw all this blood everywhere. Now, my best friend, Jason, and he's a former Muay Thai super heavyweight world champion, he thought I cracked my head open because it looked that bad. And then I got up, and I had blood streaming all the way down because I had a huge hematoma here and everything, and just streaming down. So he took off a coat, and he tried to put up here. Somebody called 911. So the paramedics got there, and they asked me what happened. So I told them what happened, and then they took my driver's license, and they said, "You did what again?" So I told them what I was doing. I told them I do parkour, and they looked at my age. They looked at me. They looked at my age. "You did what?" They ended up wrapping me up and everything like that right there.
Yeah.
And I didn't need to be, actually ended up driving myself to the hospital, to the ER, because I was fine. Yeah, and he even asked me if I was dizzy. I said no, and I started doing pistol squats right there. You know what a pistol squat is? You go on one leg, and you squat down with your one leg extended out like this. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was doing that, doing my pistol squats, and I was fine. So I ended up driving to the hospital. My nose was all tweaked all over the place, and when I got there, I ended up in a hospital. I took a selfie of me, of my face all smashed up and all, and I shared it on Facebook at that time. Yeah, and then at that time, zombie movies were really in vogue, right? Yeah, and on TV and everything. And these kids were looking at me, and I was going, "The zombie will get you." Like, so I looked really weird. So it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. That, again, I had fun. I laughed, everything like that. Everybody else laughed everywhere. And little I know that now we had laughter mindset. But I was doing that, and as we started off, like with the technical difficulties, and laughter is a great tool, right? And I'm bouncing all over the place because I have my phone on this kind of thing. It's going up and down. Yeah, so with technical difficulties, well, that was a physical difficulty, but you learn to laugh on it. No matter what happens, you learn to laugh, and you can get past it, and you move forward, and being able to grow. And that's what I love about the power of laughter, and people underestimate it. But I think it helped to heal me, by the way, really fast, because my nose reset itself in about a month. No, I didn't even have to have surgery at all. Not at all. Maybe my nose was used to it, because that was the 6th time my nose been broken. So
there you go.
Go ahead.
No. Did you have something?
Oh no, I'm fine. Yeah.
Elson.
No, just my nose. It's not like, so again, I can breathe. In fact, I started breathing better afterwards, because I had an issue back here from a break long time ago. So then all of a sudden it just squared away.
It fixed itself.
People should get the nose broken more often if that nasal issues.
Yeah. Highly underestimated. Dr. Bob, thank you.
You're very welcome.
So much. Any closing words, anything that we missed, anything that you want to shed light on before we wrap up this interview?
Yeah, I'm just going to suggest that everybody out there, whatever situation you're in, if you're going through a depression, if you're dealing with a lot of stresses or family issues, engage in laughter, because laughter is truly, and that's been said many times, the best medicine bar none. it's going to help you to heal in so many ways in your mind, body, and spirit. And do this every day on a regular basis. Massage your lymph nodes and just laugh away. Even if it's a fake laugh to start off with, just laugh. And yesterday we had Santa Claus Day, and just go ho 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 ho. Right?
That's how it is. That's how we do it.
Yes. Well, Rich, I really want to thank you. Thank you a lot for having me on and going through these technical difficulties. And we'll get Sophie back on, right?
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. I do appreciate you being here. I appreciate her being here. I appreciate her connection, introducing me to you. Today was a good day, and I think if it was with anybody else, I could see that a guest being a little disgruntled with the amount of technical difficulties. But I think this was the universe's way of saying, hey, you're going to be talking about laughter? Well, here you go, boys and girls, and see what you can do with these apples, why don't you? And we showed up. We made it happen. So real life proof that laughter is the best medicine, and you can handle any situation, whether it's technical difficulties, whether it's a breakup, whether it's stubbing your toe in the morning, whatever it is. Get that belly laugh going.
Absolutely.
So, Bob, once again, thank you so
Rich,
much.
Thank
Sophie,
you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your Wednesday, and I'll be talking to you soon.
Bye-bye.